Howdy. So, I know that I look a mess, and I'm probably gonna start crying before I even get this sentence out. But there's no point in putting makeup on if I'm just gonna sit here and cry. For those of you who don't want to watch the whole thing, you just clicked so you'll know what's going on. Friday, I got laid off, and today, Sunday, my parents are currently on their way to take our dog and have her put down. And this has been one of the most shocking, uncertain, and hardest weeks of my life. You know, when I lost my job Friday, I had to tell my editor, I had to tell her, hey, I hope you'll be there for me in the future, but I can't afford to pay you like you deserve right now. And up until today, I was gonna say I'll go back to making videos weekly because I have all the free time in the world now. So, but right now, I can't tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna have a schedule. Life doesn't have a schedule, so this video will be going up tomorrow on Monday instead of Wednesday because this stuff is important and I want you all to know what's going on when it happens, not, oh, well, Wednesday because I post on Wednesday. No, this is happening now. And I don't even know if I'll put this up, but it's been really hard. This whole virus thing, I didn't think it would impact my job at all, but I worked for a nonprofit who helped post 9/11 veterans, and we just weren't getting donations in, and they've had to let people go, and I was one of those people, and I understand, and I'm not at all mad. I would rather them let me go and have a little extra money so they can stay afloat longer than to keep me and they go under. So I understand that. I'd rather them be helping veterans instead of me having a job. I'm young. I have a career. I have a degree. I can get something else. So I would rather them be okay, and I hope that they are okay. And I hope they make it through all of this. And I hope donations start coming back in and I'll have the opportunity to work there again, or at the very least that they do make it through all this craziness. And I kind of just, I don't know if I should even be making a video about this, but I want to talk about Snow White, who's being put down right now, and just talk about her life instead of her death, which is clearly what I'm focused on right now. I mean, of course, when you think about anyone or anything that you love, you'd rather them be okay. But if they can be around and be okay, that's a little more ideal. I mean, I know whenever my parents come home, she won't be in pain anymore. It just doesn't make it any easier on us, But I want to talk about Snow White's life, and that it was a good one. When we first found Snow, I mean, we've had her for 8 years now. She was probably around 10 or 11. She was a stray, so we don't know her exact age, but we have neighbors diagonal from us. And like I said, this has been 8 years ago, so it's not the neighbors that live there now. They're strange, but they're fine. But apparently they had a certain amount of days to get rid of her, or she was gonna get taken away, so they kicked her out on the street and just let her roam our neighbors told us that their car would drive by and she would sit in the road and just cry. So we had never seen her. I assumed she stayed inside all the time until they kicked her out. And so one day we had our door open. It was a nice day, like it is today. We had our door open and we were eating dinner. And I said, hey, you think that dog's nice? And my dad said, yeah, like, let's try to feed it. So I said, okay. So she was starving. Like, you could see her ribs. She was so skinny. She was nothing but bones. But that didn't mean she was any less picky. And we tried to give her bread and she wouldn't eat it. So I went and got some ham and she ate it. And we tried to bring her inside, but I mean, God only knows what happened to her over at that house, and she did not want to come inside. She was scared to go inside. She was scared to do anything. We finally got her in, and I let her out in the backyard, and I went out to check on her, and she was like climbing the fence to get out. Like, she had her paws in the fence and she was climbing over to get out. And so I just started crying because I thought, the dog's not gonna stay here. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know where she belongs, because I didn't know she was our neighbors at the time. And I remember I was just distraught because, like, I wanted to help this dog. And I remember the next morning hearing something outside the window as I was getting ready. I was still in high school at the time. I was a senior, so I was getting ready for school, and I looked out, and it was her. She was outside in our front yard. And so then I had like a little bit of hope that she came back. So we kept feeding her. We let her in the house, and eventually she became okay. She only tried to climb the fence that once, I believe. It was only once, but she became okay, and she never really had a big personality. She didn't play with toys. She didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know what she went through at that house, but I mean, I took her on a walk one day, and the guy was out there who used to live there, and she like hunkered down and like got on the other side of me. So I don't even want to know what happened to her over there. So I'm just very happy that we got her out of that situation. She wasn't a smart dog, and like I said, she didn't play with toys. She didn't do really anything. But, you know, the older she got and the worse she got, you kind of saw that she did have a little bit of a personality, and she used to just come over and like flop down on the floor and just lay and like want you to rub her stomach. And she used to be scared to get on the couch because she thought my mom or dad was going to yell at her, and I would come home and she would be on the couch. And she wasn't afraid when I was around. She knew I wasn't going to yell at her, so she would just look at me and like let me pet her. I mean, like, those are the kind of things that like I want to think about. But that doesn't make this situation any easier. I mean, I know that she was old and going through a lot. I'm just upset because I know my parents are going to be in the room with her when they put her down, so it'll help a little bit. She hates car rides, and that's all I can think about. She hates car rides, and she hates the vet. And I'm sure anybody hates getting put to death. So I'm just very upset at this whole thing. Just thinking the last couple minutes of her life are going to be terrifying. You know, that's sad. I mean, we still have our cat who isn't allowed to come upstairs because Snow White hated him. So he can come upstairs now. But there's so many memories with her, like first catching her drinking out of the toilet. Like she never drank out of the toilet, like ever. And then like a year ago, I woke up and I'm like, what is that noise? And it was her drinking out of the toilet. Because she was out of water, so she thought, I'll drink out of the toilet. But we didn't know that's why she was doing it. I just thought she was being gross at the time, which she was. And I don't know, she was a little silly, you know. Like I said, before her, we had this dog named Digger because he used to dig out under our fence and would show up back on our porch, just sitting on our porch. And so we called him Digger. But, I mean, he was like a person. Like, he was like a little a little guy, a little dude. He was like a human. He had an amazing personality. So to go from that to Snow was a huge change. But, you know, the more I look back on Snow's life, the more I see she did have a few personality traits, and she was a little quirky. She was a quirky girl, and it just started to miss those things, you know, like as they started to go away and as her mind started to go away, you started to miss those things about her. You know, she used to climb up. I forgot till I saw a snap the other day. She was in my lap. She had her front paws in my lap. I totally forgot she even used to do that. She would want to be pet, so she would stand up on her hind legs and put her paws in your lap and just lay there. And every time I would be playing a video game, didn't matter what video game it was, that's when she wanted my attention. So I would be playing a game and she would be in my lap or just standing in front of me staring at me. I'm like, you don't even like me any other time. Why do you want my attention right now? And so it's just those things like I want to think about during all this. And I know that this is like a who cares Kaylin, but I just want people that do care about this channel and about me to know what is going on. Because I don't want to pretend like life is great and amazing, especially after some idiot told me that I don't have depression because I don't seem sad on YouTube. How is this for you? You know, like, I don't want to pretend like, oh, everything's fine, I have a fine life, things are great. Like, you don't need to know that I lost my job, you don't need to know that I lost my dog, but those are two things I care so much about. I tried for so long to find a job where I was happy, and like right now in life, this is just kind of a time that seems like everything that's going wrong could go wrong, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it. I mean, obviously, during this time of insanity, I'm not the only one dealing with unemployment. I just never thought I would deal with unemployment, and it kind of just hurts because I worked so hard to get to a job where I was happy and I wasn't miserable and I was like feeling fulfilled, and then I finally find it and then it just gets pulled out from under me. It just hurts a little, and I'm trying to figure out how to cope with it, and then 2 days later, freaking dog has to be killed, you know? So it's just a lot happening right now. A lot. I don't know. I know it's not good for me to just sit in the house and not do anything, which is what I feel like doing. So I'm going to try to make more videos. I'm going to try to make videos weekly. I'm really going to try because I don't need to get any worse. I need this to get better somehow, and I know myself. I know the more I sit and dwell on things, the absolute worse it's gonna get. I'm gonna try to make YouTube videos. I don't even know what it's gonna be about. Y'all might not even care about it, but I'm gonna do it to help my brain not get worse and, you know, not dwell on the bad things that are going on. I mean, life is kind of trashy right now, but I'm very thankful that my friends and my family are okay, that my grandma, who is very susceptible to catching something like this, that she's okay. I'd rather be out of a job and be safe than have someone I love get this, you know? And I'm not someone that's like, oh, things could always be worse. Things could always be better too. But I do want to try to look at the things that are going right now, because I don't want to dwell on the things that are going wrong right now. Because that's a couple things, you know? But I'm just thankful that I have an amazing family, a wonderful best friend, and a couple other new people that are like really helping me through this, because this is a very bad time to come into my life, so I am sorry in advance, you know? And I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but there's just a lot that I haven't been able to process. I mean, like, this whole dog passing away is very new. It's happening right now. My parents are probably just getting to the vet, you know, right now. This is all very new. And I don't want to talk to people about it. I just want to talk about it. So that's what I'm doing. So I really hope that when all this is over, I can get another job where I'm very happy. I mean, I took a very, very, very large pay cut to come to the job I was at, but my happiness was so much more. And I know this unemployment, I'm praying it will teach me that, to help me get out of that bad mental rut, that I need money and I need things to be happy, because I don't. I need to be happy with other things, and I'm praying and trying to learn that each day. This is just really bad timing, but life doesn't care about your feelings, and life doesn't care about timing, so I just have to take this, and I just have to deal with it, but I have to do that in my own way, and this helps me. Talking and not getting a response back helps me. I don't want to talk to people, and I don't want to get opinions, and I don't want any of that. I just want to talk. I just want to let it out. So I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm not sure what else to say. I'm going to try to put a little clip together, a little montage, something together of snow and all the pictures and videos I can find of her. Because she might not have had the biggest personality. She might have been a little annoying, but I still loved her, you know? It was still my dog. I'm the one that found her, named her. I've never named any of her animals. So I just want to put this together just as like a, hello, you had a good life, for Snow. And this is going to sound dumb as frick if you don't believe in this kind of stuff, but I have faith that I'll see her again one day. So there's that. This is just very hard to deal with right now. But I thank you guys for watching. Life will get better. Things will get better. This is just a couple blows I didn't think I was going to have to take, and I have to figure out how to deal with it. But if you're in my life right now and you're helping me deal with all this, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate you. Even just the people that just watch these videos and support me. That means the world to me. You guys are amazing. All of you, you know, to support some little girl from Kentucky who's just yapping at the camera. Like, I appreciate you all so much. So I'm gonna go now because I'm getting grosser by the minute. So I will see you guys in the next video. I don't know when, I don't know what it will be, but we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. So stay safe, stay as healthy as you can, and stay as happy as you can. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know it's hard. But we'll get through this. And you're strong mentally, you're strong emotionally. We're gonna get through this together. And if anyone needs anything, I don't even care if you just happen to stumble upon this video. I don't know why a stranger would watch this video. But if you do, and you need to talk, reach out to me on social, put it in the comments. I'm not going through all this alone. And I don't want you to go through this alone. So I'm gonna close this out now. I appreciate you all so much. So just enjoy these clips of Snow enjoying her life while she was here. Bye guys.
You tell him, Snow. What? What? What?
Snow's a good girl. Yes.
Mr. Snow. Hello, Snow. How are you? How are you? Good girl. Good morning. Good morning. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Hi, dear. What have you done now? You stupid balloons. Get out. Get. You're having some issues with my balloons. Get out of my room, please. Please move. Okay. Can I have these? Can I have these back? Get these. Thank you. Thank you. You look sleepy. I love you. You don't care. That's okay. Are you ready? Good job. What are we doing? Why are you following me? Stop. Are you ready? Oh gosh, why are you so excited? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, what are you doing? Okay. Bonk. Bonk. Snow, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Can I pet you? Of course. Of course. Snow, hey, psst. Hey. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't keep drinking out of it. Oh my gosh, get in there. No. No, go to bed. You gotta not do that. Come on, go girl, go. You can do it. Good job.